Messianic.
Oh, good man.
It does look exactly. Well,
What Rodney thinks it looks like.
I know. Oh, is it by any chance a small sample of what I brought for Colin? Ah, there you go.
For me?
Bicarbonate of soda.
What's that for then?
Because 3 sniffs into this, you're going to be screaming with heartburn.
Yeah, but I'm only having a few sips tonight, so I'm good. I went up to the office today and fucking Andrew says, "What's this here about you two fucking going off down the river and when there's no current in the
He
fucking
was all
dark?"
happy with it.
I said, yeah, that'll be us.
But he said, you know, once I heard about it, I thought, aye, that might actually be a pretty decent. Come on, get us some drink going.
Well, Dram.
Are we,
Well, no, we'll crack open the
our
bottle
bottle
first, and then we'll
I need to make sure
fire
we're up and
into,
running with this first.
Lagavulin glasses, though, that's not bad.
Huh? Oh no, it's quite clever, wasn't it? I don't know where I found that.
Almost like you're a professional or something.
Indeed. Right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the attic. As you can see, we've got a guest with us today, Billy Sinclair, our colleague from work.
How do?
No further ado, I think we
Lagavulin
need to crack a
enthusiast.
bottle open, don't we? It's Lagavulin today. Billy obviously used to work for Lagavulin, so he's going to be our knowledge for Lager today.
You wouldn't feel quite comfortable representing Bunnahabhain, but
No.
Lagavulin don't own you anymore, so you can speak from the heart.
Absolutely.
Totally free.
Perfect.
Grand.
Excellent.
Yeah.
First things first, happy birthday. Look at that. A
Cheers,
free
boys.
gift from us.
Thanks very
Free
much.
gift from us. We always do that.
Is it slippers?
It is. Rodney only gives slippers, I don't.
I know.
Comfort.
Shut your own
Only
face, that
certain
was
people.
properly
Yes, they are.
thoughtful.
So we're going to crack open a bottle. What we got today? Lagavulin single malt Scotch whisky, bottled especially to celebrate the Jazz Festival of 2018.
This is better than the countdown trophy.
It's alright, isn't it?
Ah,
It's
sweet.
not bad, huh?
Excellent.
So that's something that you can.
Yeah, your all the guest glasses are way better than ours. Cause
Yeah, he moans all the time. Let's have a.
Soviet printing on them.
Well, I don't know if you can see what that is, but that's what we got today. That's what we're going to start off. I
Was
think
it
Billy's
2020?
2018.
2018 Jazz Festival.
Yeah, you bought this, didn't you, Rodders? Didn't your dad and your brother go and get this
I've
for
got
us?
this. It's alright. It's cask strength though, that's all that matters.
Indeed. Oh, Billy will tell us more about this than we'll ever know, I'd imagine. Look at that. Oh, let's do the guest first. Get that glass. Ooh. Ting ting. There you go. So
Super.
we start, Rodders.
Fancy
a cup of
glasses,
Billy
it's
and whiskey.
ridiculous. There we go,
Is that
cheers.
enough to keep you going? Start off with
A wee
me
bit.
and Rodders have got Lagavulin glasses today because we lost ours.
The attic.
The attic, Rodders has got Billy's got the attic one. Nice. We stick this bottle over here so we can see what it is normally. It'll probably fall down because this is a real wobbly old table that Rodders loves this setup here.
Are you blaming me for it? I
Cheap
didn't
and-
think of it.
cheap
It
and
was all
tacky
your
is
idea.
what it is, cheap and tacky.
Well, it's natural
Anyway.
materials, you know, it works well with the stone.
So aren't you
Is he
guys?
taking it?
yeah, let's get a nice.
Cheers.
Ching ching. So this one is what we're looking at. Limited edition, 2,780.
That is limited.
Yeah, I suppose it is, right? 58.5%. Not bad.
Is that the refill cask one or is it the wine one?
You're talking to the wrong person, B.
Yeah, you got on with the nose action. I'm just going to start drinking.
First
You go.
fill American oak, refill American oak hoggies and European oak puncheons.
Okay, does that answer your question?
Aye, cheers.
Cool. That's right, no worries. So, like I say, Rodder's got this one. Don't know what it's like. Obviously, when it comes to me, Pete, the regular 4.8 million followers will probably know
Although we lost 2, didn't we?
we lost 2 followers the other week.
Gotta
We
hunt
did.
them down.
We got up to 87 and we shot back to 85, but now we're booming along at 89 subscribers.
4 odd million and 89, remember?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Aye.
But no, the millions are the sort
I
of.
thought when you said you lost
the
2, you'd
viewers.
lost 2 million. I thought that was a hell of a hit that day.
No.
Yeah.
Silent majority, that's right.
Yeah.
They view without subscribing. That's
That's
going
what's
on.
happening because we've had 2,000 odd views. I'm covering myself in this already. I'm not paying attention. 2,000 odd views, but we've got 89 subscribers. Once we hit 100, we're going to start dishing out some free gifts.
Quite mellow though. The wood,
Yes.
not too big a flavour of the sherry or anything. It's all about the wood in this one.
And do you know what? The peat isn't in your face either. It's quite subtle.
Yeah, I was
Have you
worried.
looked
It
up
was
the
going to be.
definition of subtle recently?
No, but I use it a lot, don't I?
Aye.
Anything that's subtle is. Well, I'm not very supple getting up that ladder, but that's different. quite an experience watching Billy come up the ladder into the attic. Usually good. We should have a camera set up there. We should have a GoPro set up when we have
It's going to be even more interesting once we get back
get
down the
back
ladder.
down it. Absolutely.
Nobody's struggled with it, I don't think.
That seems all right. You just
Gravity
sit on your
helps.
bum and
Yeah,
shove
gravity, yeah.
along to the edge.
You're just
So how long were you at Lagavulin for then, Billy?
Not that long, really. It was just a summer, tail end of a summer season.
All right.
I applied. There was a vacancy for a tour guide. I was working in the Co at the time, and
we've
applied.
all been in
We've
there.
all been there.
all
We
been
know.
there, yeah.
We know the pain. And I applied for the tour guide job, and obviously didn't get it. But the guy that interviewed me met me in the Co a couple of days later and said, "Do you fancy working a couple of days a week, just bumming about and helping us out?" And I thought, why not? It's the first distillery that I actually went to and toured round, and sort of.
Sure.
And youngest boy Douglas said that's your spiritual home. So it kind of always has been. I've
Yeah.
always had a soft spot for Lagavulin, and getting a chance to work there for even the tail end of summer doing tours, get to see the place, get to know it a bit better, and then but halfway through it, I'd been mouthing off as you do when you become a smart arse, saying, "Oh, the warehouse is great. I'd love to do the warehouse." With Ian, and I'd been in with Ian watching him do it and all this sort of stuff. And then Ian had to go off for 3 days, and I walked into work that morning, and the
You're doing
band
the
hall
warehouse.
manager went, "By the way, you're doing the warehouse," and I just about cacked myself.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you've been talking bold before.
Oh,
we're
you've
not expecting
been
to
talking the
really-
talk, and when it actually came to walking
Oh,
the
I
walk,
could
the
totally-
knees started getting wobbly, and I'm thinking, "Oh
That's
God!"
only justice, though, right? That only shows that you're like actually got some sense of proportion.
At that point, the one thing you don't want to screw up is the Lagavulin warehouse.
That's it. Ian's put a benchmark in
Of
there. And
course.
good God. But you go every year for your pilgrimage, do you
Oh,
not?
every
Around
year, Christmas
time? Yeah.
Go down, take a wee bottle for Ian, have a few drams and a blether, and then get driven home and fall asleep on the couch.
So Ian's been retiring for about 40 years, hasn't he?
Aye. He's retiring next year again.
Oh, he's a
That's
legend
the
down there.
latest
Isn't he?
word.
It's a legend down the south there. He's kind of.
Aye,
It's just what people go there for. Isn't
really,
he? As much as the
really
whiskey
nice
is.
guy.
Absolutely.
Funny, but he's got a right mean streak to him.
There's always a victim, is there not?
Aye, it was me.
The meat is it?
Oh, well,
Is
if
it
you're
like-
one-on-one, it's bound to be you.
But does he
well-
not? Does he not do the new make spirit on the bald-headed people?
No, that's the first dram. He doesn't do a new make. It's like
Oh, right.
he shakes it up in the tube and he looks at the bubbles and talks about that, and then because his hands all wet, he just picks somebody and rubs their head and christens them. And then if it's somebody else, he just taps them and there's some aftershave for you and that sort of stuff.
Way to do it.
So he
Yeah.
feels up the guest then, basically.
It's usually guys.
It's
the
really
beards and stuff. It's like
Oh,
beard
yeah,
oil.
I'm just fine. I'm not judging anything, but
No,
it's,
it's
it's a
21st
level of
century.
contact that we're not allowed to really engage in the warehouse.
Well, Colin's not allowed to
The
anymore.
question is,
Honestly.
would he do it if there was a midget sat there?
Oh, you're bringing that up already?
Well, no, I'm just saying because obviously I like the little people.
There's a
But
theme
would
here.
he be? Would he do that, or would he be seen to be not
He's-
PC really?
He's comfortable enough that he'd probably go at that and go, "That's some growth tonic for you, son."
Yeah, probably. Bless him.
It's like 6 inches to you.
God, you would too, and get away with it.
I get away with it because he's just such a nice
It's
personable guy.
amazing some people you meet that way that just can get away with anything, can get away with absolute murder.
So what do you think of this one, then, Billy?
I like this one.
Do
I
you?
always have. I bought a bottle of it when it came out, and I bought another bottle since. It's not
So what is
typical
the jazz
Lagavulin.
festival? What's the jazz festival? I know there's an annual festival, and it's basically sponsored by Lagavulin, isn't it?
Aye.
It's a different atmosphere.
Do they
Oh,
not have
really?
live
Very-
music all
very,
over
very
the
different.
island?
Aye, they do different
venues?
concerts and stuff all
Yeah.
over the place. There's usually one or two bigger ones at Lagavulin in either the old malt mill or the warehouse or something like that. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's some pretty high end guests at this and sort of performers at it, and it's just a
Dougie
very, very
McLean.
different atmosphere. Dougie McLean was there. Some who's a trombone player that was there. But no, they've got some high end jazz bands. They've got some new bands. They do workshops. They do training sessions. They do all sorts of stuff all around the island. So it's not just focused and centred in Lagavulin.
Yeah.
It's all over the place. And aye, it's a very different atmosphere, a different ethos to the Sheila as it is now. But it's
I think you'd hate it.
you would.
Do you think I'd hate it?
There was a
Why
woman
not?
in the
When
shop
I
the
worked
other
at
day
Islay
that-
House, and they actually used to come and do
Part of that.
a set of something in one of the
And you left. So it
Servants'
says it
hall.
all really.
Yeah, I left. Yeah.
Well, no, there was a woman describing it, and she was saying one of the most common bits of feedback they get on the jazz festival is, "I didn't want to be here. I was dragged along to this, and I absolutely loved it. If you told me about it, I hated the whole idea of it. Somebody else dragged me along, my partner dragged me along, and then once I was into it, it's just like, this is the best people. This is the loveliest atmosphere,
Yeah.
and it's just I think she was mostly talking about poetry recitals done by the kids or something. Exactly. You describe
anything bloody worse.
Selling it right there.
Fucking hell.
by description, it just sounded like the bang on targeted nightmare for a lot of people. But once you're in it,
It's a different thing.
I've been at it for a couple of hours, but it wasn't enough because that was the last ferry. We hadn't planned for it. You know, we weren't even supposed to be going to it properly. It was just sort of, oh, that's on. We remembered Duck Brown, so it was sort of on the edges of the thing, weren't properly, and haven't been.
It's good
Keep
that-
saying we've got to get back there sometime the next time. You know?
But was it
Haven't
always
yet.
just a jazz festival, or did Lagavulin start it up, or have they just kind of jumped on the bandwagon
I
as
think
it was?
part of a music festival that Lagavulin sponsored,
Right.
and it grew from there in that sense. So it's now the Lagavulin Jazz Festival as
Yeah.
commonly known.
Yeah, I didn't realise that Lagavulin was the main thing behind it. I thought it was.
I knew they're the main sponsor. I didn't know if they were
I didn't know
part
that.
of the start-up. But
But no, it's obviously it's not as big as Sheila right enough, but
No.
it's got a core following that
absolutely.
come back every year, and a lot of friends in it. It's good, and it's a very different face to the islands. I think it's a little
It's
bit
also
more.
got that limited bottle that comes
It's got a
out
limited
every time.
bottle and
So
it
again,
comes
it's
out
got
for
that
it, so
following
it
for
has
there.
that
It's
as
got its
well.
following for the collectors too.
Aye, and I mean, the fish bottles are good. The jazz bottles are slightly different, but Lagavulin's a cracking spirit. You
Who
can't-
chooses their jams for their bottles? Do you know? For
What's it saying in the label?
Asian, I don't know. Bloody Hofferman, I bet. I can't stand this bloody
No,
Hofferman malarkey.
Why?
Who's
I don't know. It just annoys me. They're milking
Nick
it now.
Offerman. Nick Offerman, yeah.
They're milking
he drops
it now.
an H here, doesn't he?
Oh, did you know who he's married to?
Yeah, the last year,
Will and Grace.
Will and Grace.
That one with his silly high squeaky voice. He's married to that.
Was that not an actress putting on an act?
Well, I don't know. I didn't read any further than finding out that's who it was. But
And then
Did
you just
some
went and
deep
looked at a bunch of
research there,
pictures.
aye.
Oh, I heard.
Normally,
it's not Ian MacArthur, that is it? That's not his signature on there, is it? Bloody hell.
Ian signs the special edition bottles,
Oh, I didn't know
but
that.
it's usually picked by the blended team, same as most distilleries.
Yeah,
It's
they're
obviously
looking into
Lagavulin
about
is
her. I was
Diageo,
looking
isn't
at
it?
her.
So-
Maureen Robinson.
Yeah.
That's the woman.
Who? Anne
Maureen
Robinson.
Robertson.
We'll get into her later.
Still on.
What?
Yeah.
Can't say that.
Well, we'll get a few
She
more.
might be
in, you know.
married.
No, she's no, she's. Never mind. I don't want
We'll
to
get
cast
into her
aspersions
later.
at this point. You know.
It's not that kind of attic. Who got round on the mattress? Have you got anybody still behind there chained up?
You see the rig up.
I did wonder about that. I think, oh shit. That's what happens if you don't perform in the attic. You get
Well,
chained
it's
to the mattress.
occupied now. You know, it's just there's not much wriggling going on. But we've not been up here in ages. We have not been very good. Even if you've got a prisoner, you should at least do something to take care of them. You know?
Feed
Yeah,
them
okay,
water.
the-
We
is that
just
not
got
the
feeding and
Human
water.
Rights Convention.
all we
something?
do is just buy extra cable ties, really. As far as it
There's
goes.
a distinction between abduction and murder, and you'd like to stay
Aye.
on that line nice and clean. And we've been a little bit negligent. Look at you with the colours. Oh, that's perfect. Is that your golf colours?
What, which one?
You see the camera just fading in and out as it's trying to focus on one thing.
What
And you go,
the-
what on earth has happened?
Well, I was going to wear this out on a live outside broadcast, but Rodder said save it for the attic. But look at
I'm
the
not
colour
sure I
difference.
did.
You lot are all in dark greys.
No,
and-
but I was just
Bloody
looking at our
hell, nice,
stuff
I
from.
love this.
We went to Lagavulin when it was gorgeous sunshine a few weeks ago, and that's some nice stuff we got out there. And you were
Yeah.
talking about
Went
how,
up to Dunevaig.
the golf lady
Castle
hated you.
bit,
Castle
we
Dunevaig,
climbed
yeah.
up the top there and all sorts, didn't we? And
The golf lady hated you for introducing colours to the local golf course, but
Diane Brown.
Then
bless her.
everyone
Didn't
took-
you heard of Diane Brown? Do you know Dan? But
you gave a very moving tribute.
Let's
And
tell
go-
him what I did.
believe
Tell
this
him what I did.
Believe it or not, he
Tell me
actually
how human I
he
am.
got to this memorial and he actually took his hat off and turned formal.
Whoa.
I've never seen Colin do.
Because it's a bench, a memorial bench or something.
Yeah.
There was flowers around.
But
You
it
take
wasn't
your
just-
hat off
it
for
wasn't
things like
just
that. That's
art.
respect, isn't it?
Right.
That's
yeah,
what I
but
look.
you weren't just playing along. You actually.
What, you
turned,
mean it was real?
You turned
It was
subdued.
real.
Yeah, there was
It
like
was
this
real
little human moment.
Emotion there. It was.
It's a
Something
human
like-
moment in Colin in the same sense, is that?
Exactly, and it was more than
Easy,
a heartbeat.
fellas.
I'm not bringing up what I'm thinking of to contrast it with, where there was literally a heartbeat of humanity, and then we were on to different subjects. That's
Like normal, but it was all right, wasn't it? Because Diane was lovely. I like Diane Brown. She was the ladies' captain. She was massive for the women's golf scene, really, on Islay. She ran everything. She pretty much won everything. Between her and Margaret Hasty, kind of cleared up quite a lot. But she was lovely. She was so good for the youngsters on the island playing golf and things like that. She brought the youngsters through. She would literally, if they didn't turn up on a Saturday morning for practice, she'd go knock the door down and drag them to the golf course sort of
nice.
thing. She was like that
Takes
to
that,
encourage it,
eh?
yeah. But she was great, and like I say, when I first came to the island playing golf, to say everyone else kind of wore black and I didn't is kind of about the best way to describe it. I was just like Coco the Clown.
You've seen your golf trousers.
Yeah, I've got some designs, but
Loud. Uh-huh.
but I think Diane used to look down her nose at me because I used to walk around like Coco the Clown. But by the time, not long before she passed away, bless her, she would be down there with all the bright pinks and she'd have all the light colours. I think I turned a few people's heads with it. I turned a few stomachs as well, I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
But it kind of cheered the place up a little bit. And like I say, she was always good as gold for that. Bless her. Good old Diane. Sad to see her pass on. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think it was her father used to own the Macquarie. I think. Something like that.
Well, there you go. You can talk absolute shite on this thing as well because
we have to research
there's
it.
The whole next section is just clearing up all the nonsense that we got wrong.
The Blethers
See, that was
episode.
actually quite convincing because we've only been here like 8, 9, 10 years, whatever. Some like less than 20 years. I don't know anybody. I still walk around with that mentality.
Yeah.
So he could be talking. It was Coco the Clown that actually owned the Macquarie. I'd be sitting there going, right, aye, they bother.
But we
different
do
in
have
the
a
old
couple of
times,
viewers here that actually are from Islay. So we have to be a little careful, get some of the facts a little bit.
No, it's nice getting them in the rage as well. That wasn't how it was.
Yeah.
That's where your feedback comes from.
That's it. And then we do Blethers, be like, you know what, sod it, let's go and research some of this dross that we're talking.
You know, is this again? See if you've been holding it in your hand and it gets warmer. You really get a big hit of the alcohol off it.
It's much
We
more
met
aggressive
before,
one,
right?
isn't it?
You're familiar with the
It might
fact that I've
actually
got
cut
bugger all
through the
nose.
fact that your nose
Rodney's
is permanently
nose is
blocked. It might
hideous.
actually
Look at
get
it.
through there.
It's not blocked. It's
Last
just
week you
ignorant.
said you could actually smell something on one of the drams we were drinking.
That's true. I got something on my nose a while before.
I described one a couple of weeks ago.
That's
when
just alcohol.
Okay.
That's it.
I described one a couple of weeks ago to you, and you actually said that I'd hit it on the head, hit the nail on the head. I've got
we
it
were talking
right.
about me having a nose, and you swung that round to that one time you got a pat on the head, and it just meant that much to you.
It's not often I get anything
Never
right.
mind that. I was right once as well, right?
It's like you
Yeah,
are the
awesome.
nosing guru in the team and you are the peathead.
And the beater, yeah.
I have a smell up the back of my nose, a taste up the back of my nose.
Yeah, you can
Don't
taste
go
something
for it.
in the back of his nose.
It's
he
usually
said.
called choking.
How the hell can you taste something in the back of your nose? I don't know. He's having a laugh. But I did love a peated whiskey on the nose. I love it.
I'm getting spider heads in my nose, in my hair again.
I had a dust up here lately. Maybe I should do another
Yeah.
one.
Is there
Starting
some
to
living in
reclaim
there?
We put this here to stop anything falling in your drink.
Yeah.
The foil blanket up there or whatever it
And
is.
every time you tap the wall, oh, it's been standing lovely since
Look,
what,
you got this, you say, "Look, it's lovely, isn't it?"
1888. It's just crumbling.
You can see.
So basically, this location has got a finite lifespan because at one
Yeah.
point you're just pushing
Yeah, there'd be
straight
nothing
through the
left.
wall. Aye.
Yeah, this
It's the Great Wall, basically, just constant erosion.
But Rodders loves all this backdrop and that, don't you, Rodders? Quite easily
Come on
pleased
now.
with
Why
it.
are you spilling
If
it
this
on
is
me?
the serious 25 minutes, see the wee mat here that you were saying something.
Yeah, it's a windscreen thing. So
When I was at Lagavulin, it was the bicentenary, and they emptied, I think it's warehouse 3, one of the big warehouses down in the courtyard bit, and they were planning on having the big fesh bicentenary dinner in there. So they took loads and loads and loads of casks out,
I want to grab a bottle for
and
Washington.
started setting up all the tables, the false floor, because it's not a crushed gravel floor, putting false floors in and setting up all the tables, the pristine tablecloths for like 200 people. This thing was heaving. And every morning when we were going to set this thing up, because we're doing it over the course of 3 or 4 days,
Right.
every morning you had to go in with a wee hoover, soak all the crap off the table that had been dripping down after.
Alright, yeah, proper authenticity
real
dripping.
warehouse dripping off the, and you get to the meal, and of course we weren't at the meal, we were a servant, and you see all these guests, they're all fancy tux, dressed up for the nines for the big bicentenary dinner. I mean, Georgie, the manager at the time, spent 4 weeks fretting over what dress to wear. You walked into your office and there was just like 6 dresses hanging up.
like Georgie Crawford.
Aye. Well, I wear that one. He went, don't ask me, what the hell? How do I know what you should wear? But literally, different dresses every day hanging up going, well, I'll wear that one, well, I'll wear that one, well, I'll wear this. And that was what the main focus was in the visitor centre, was what dress is Georgie going to wear?
Did she pick the right one?
I don't know. What are you asking me for? I don't know what woman's
No,
fashion.
she was a vision. I think you're supposed to say, oh, she was a... I don't know if you like the woman. Like, I was
The guests were in raptures.
Oh, right.
Right. But
Mutton dressed as kebab.
But the
She
thing I was getting at was that when you went through to the dinner, and there's all these folks sitting there, and you can see the algae and the moss and the crap dripping off the ceiling onto their plates as they get stuck into their dinner, and they just kept eating it. I said, asbestos roof.
But it's like that in Warehouse
What's
9
not
sometimes.
asbestos? It's an old roof. What
It's
are
an
you
old,
on
so
about?
it's an old corrugated fibre roof.
Fibres.
Fibro.
Yes,
There we
fibres.
go, fibro roof.
Breathe deep, you're
Yeah.
all right.
But you had that in Warehouse 9 when you're doing a tasting, and the warehouse boys are above the cars.
The dust-
Upstairs, and the
that's
dust is all
just-
coming down. You're trying to talk to me.
That's just atmosphere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Added in
Added
authenticity.
we don't charge extra for
No,
that.
we don't. We're pretty decent.
That warehouse isn't done as enough, so you want some.
No.
I think
no.
this shirt's lovely. I don't know what you lot are thinking, honey. This is nice. It's got a bit of something for everyone, isn't it?
Hides the guns though.
Huh?
Oh, they've gone. Have you
That's the
traded
only
them in
trouble.
or-
I can't get these.
That's
Bad
nice.
boy. I can't get these bad boys in the sleeves on some of them. You know, it's
You got to play
Oh,
easy
get
go now
them-
and again.
get what?
Oh no, it doesn't take much.
I know.
But get a wee bit of a flash going for the, get up close
For the
and
ladies.
personal for the camera.
Give the ladies a.
Up close though, you can.
This is for you girls.
There we go.
That's it. That looks pretty feeble, doesn't it? To be fair. Oh, that's better.
It's a nice fat though.
I got me flowers out for the girls. Yes, mate.
It just never ends. Just the suaveness of it.
You're welcome.
Just an endless supply of. Oh, I wish I had
Death,
that kind of a style.
taxis, the inexorable march of time and calling are the only constants in life, aren't they?
Just a
I can't remember what I said.
fund.
Work today. There's a Scottish lady, I know she was, but her and Dave having a good bit of banter. They came up to the window to buy a bottle of something. And she's like, oh, thanks, Dave, you're brilliant. And then Dave was sort of saying, oh, I've got a face for radio or whatever. I said, yeah. I said to this one, I said, here, picture him naked. I said, you'll never get that image out of your head now. You can't unsee that. And she's like, no.
That's unkind.
I stood there thinking, what the hell did that come from?
Can I move as that?
That's kind of the look in our face at the moment. Go, what the f have you done?
Yeah, but it's funny.
Yeah, very
Dave.
presentable, elderly gentleman. It's very. I'm not picturing nothing.
Don't sound like it either.
Doesn't.
When we started calling Dave a gentleman.
If I start creeping,
Honourable.
if I start creeping towards picturing though, it's instantly got to be in your mountaintop pose there where you're getting the belly out. That's something that
Lagavulin.
you're
Are you going to put that in the episode? Are you?
You're only going to be subjected. I had to witness this firsthand. We were down Dunevaig Castle, beautiful bay. Lagavulin Bay is
lovely.
beautiful,
It is.
absolutely. And we were there, a flawless night, sun coming down, and I'd be doing these pan around shops in bloody
In landscape.
horizon, landscape.
Landscape, good.
Yeah, panning
lap.
round, got the distillery and the water lapping, and it's just gentle lapping. And then we've got him doing bathing beauty up there.
I'm not like this.
His
With
guts
shirt
stuck
up,
out
my
too
belly
quick.
hanging out.
A fake egg.
That's
Yeah,
you
no,
two.
but
You two.
that's just
They're trying to
moving
out
beyond.
geek each other here. Can you not get on the head, please? Our viewers, to like 2.8 million, have just nodded off.
I can still taste the stirring. Good job, man.
Yeah, can you? Good. It's probably coming from this Lagavulin.
Right, here.
What are you doing? What are you giving us? Crystal
Just,
meth?
no, just shush. I know it's a wee baggie of white
This'll
crystals,
perk
right?
you up.
This'll set you right. Put a couple of them on your palm. No, you take, I'll put the whole lot here. I've got to share. Right, put a couple of them on your palm.
Bloody rock salt.
Aye,
Is it?
trust me.
I don't know if I do.
You need to just go with the flow.
How many?
2 or 3.
That?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right,
Right,
there you
just
go.
hold them there and show me. Have you got any left in that?
Tiny bit.
I was going to smell what it was then. I nearly lost two.
Smack your head off the wall.
I might need a wee bit of a refill
I'll
already.
tell you what, if this is your idea of a food pairing, this is pretty
No,
slim
it's-
pickings.
it's-
Oh no, that all comes later as well. Oh, you're doing a Dave. Oh, balls.
What, pour your own.
Yeah.
No, pour
You
that
don't
one.
wait for the
He
host
did
to
all the
crack on
tech,
it.
did all the pouring, did all the.
Right.
I've taken a wee bit much better.
Right, okay. Right, we did at Lagavulin when I was there. We got in this. Some of you will remember it. These wee tasting kits.
Oi.
Right, sensory tasting kits. And one of the bottles in there's got salt in it. Right, take the salt, roll it about your tongue for a couple of seconds, maybe 30 seconds or so, right?
Yeah.
Especially at the side of the mouth. Swallow it, spit it out if you've got high blood pressure, whatever, do what you do. Right?
Yeah. Quite salty, yeah.
Just 1 or 2 of them are.
You play along, you prick.
Right?
You're always shooting these
Then
things down.
take a wee dram, take a wee sip, hold it in your tongue for 10-15 seconds, and the intensity goes from like 10 to 50.
Oh, good.
I just see it going up, aye.
Yeah.
Makes a difference.
Bugger me.
It's just cranks the volume up.
Yeah, it sets your mouth on fire,
But
doesn't it?
it's not an instant thing. You can feel it
It
going.
builds and builds and builds and builds. Yeah.
Aye.
I'd rather try that with sugar than salt, really.
I bet
I've
you.
got sugar there to do it,
Yes, mate.
but I don't have any whiskey
Oh,
left, so I can't
good.
I need to go home.
Yeah, I wasn't. I didn't approve of that.
What you can? It's interesting. You can feel it change in your mouth.
I thought
Look,
it's interesting, but not
you
good.
knew having me on it was going to be a little bit geeky, right?
Yeah, but
But you
as
still
well,
said that
so-
you can come in, right? Right. If you thought that one was the time, we'll try this. This will appeal to you. That's a salt. Don't do that one. Here we go. Right.
Caster sugar,
He only
No.
likes sugar and cocaine, so
Vanilla sugar.
vanilla sugar.
Right. Do the same again.
Yeah.
And instead of it being at the side of your tongue, where the heat just blows up, it'll be right in the front of your tongue.
It's
Yeah.
on the tip of the tongue, that.
I'm
isn't
sure.
it?
Yeah, because on your tongue you sense sweetness at the tip. You sense bitter and sour along the sides. So
That's
it
those
changes when you get it in your
tongue
palate.
drivel.
I'll tell you what else that's done. That's sent the vanilla flavour right to the back of your mouth.
Right.
See, I sound like I know what I'm on about now, Rodders.
You're getting way into it. See,
La-
the,
last
the
one,
sugar,
right.
you turned civil.
last one.
You were a total arsehole when it was the salty one. As soon as the sugar comes in, you're in
I know.
on the experiment.
That's
You turn.
That's it.
Oh
Right.
yeah, totally.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, Christ, what's that big lump I got there? Coal,
Flavour.
is it?
Right. Do
Why
the same.
that big
do-
bit like that?
That's fine. Don't worry. Do the
It's
same
just
again.
tobacco.
Is it?
So
Looks
just
like
put it in
peat.
your mouth, chew it around a wee bit.
Tastes like peat to me.
That's your dog. What are you doing?
He's all right.
I notice you're not taking part. What are you up to?
I haven't any whiskey left.
Got a bloody great bottle there. Get on with it. Careful, Rodders.
Right.
I'm not tasting anything on that.
Right. Because it's dried peat, you're not going to taste
I
anything.
tell you, it was peat, didn't I?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Take a wee dram of the whiskey now. There you go. I'll let you do the whiskey.
It's weird, isn't it?
No bloody difference at all, does it?
Not really, does it? But you just got us to eat dirt. Thank you.
I promise you, my head was scrambling for an alternative way of expressing exactly that thought. I was just like, wait, that boils down to you would just eat dirt
I'll be
for
chewing
no.
bits of dirt for the
Can
next
you imagine though you paid 45 quid to do a sensory tasting and some prick gets you to sit and chew dirt?
And you're all there doing your selfies and everything, and you got all the
Like
flat
blocks
lumps
of
in your
missing,
teeth,
yeah,
like bloody spinach.
yeah, bloody dirt. Ugh, it doesn't matter.
It's like we've been chewing the wall.
I'll tell you that
I guarantee that nobody else up here's made you eat dirt.
No, Rodders bought donuts once.
Yeah, they were at a date, were they not?
Don't matter.
they weren't, they
No,
weren't
they
bloody
weren't,
out
they
of
just
date.
had
They were
old
just
flavour and
reduced.
fucking- Do you
They
know
were
what that
just
means,
reduced.
Rodders? Do you know what that means? He watches.
Sell by is
I
not
am
the
one
same
of the
as use
27
by.
subscribers.
Yeah.
87.
Sorry, my bad.
Why do you keep being precise?
Because it's
You know.
very important. We're that close to 100.
True enough, true enough, true enough. That number matters. The millions and millions of people that are just watching without subscribing to heavily.
Dude, we should go out to sea and go round in the dinges.
Yeah, yeah. Because we're quite proficient at that nonsense.
Yeah,
now,
the
aren't
Coast
we?
Guard on standby.
You've got plans for the anniversary, do that you hire the boat and all the guests all come together and we all go out for a day out?
Don't know about the boat, but yeah, definitely for that, everyone gets together. It can't be in the attic because
No, I feel somewhere.
the prisoner needs his sleep. So
No, we don't want to stop it.
basically, I will all,
It's just
all be
gruel.
downstairs and yeah.
We do get everybody
You know what we
together
should
and
do?
Should take,
is-
should take a break.
So here we go. Here we go.
Should
What?
take a break is what we should do.
Should we?
Yeah,
Partly.
All right. Should we go out to somebody?
and then make your grand suggestion while the camera's off.
Oh, okay. Why, what's wrong with putting that on air?
Well, we'll do it. Never mind.
Right, I'll tell you what, shut up, Lord. What we're going to do, guys, is that's the end of the first bit. Still drinking jams and eating dirt, which is obviously lovely. Lovely
obviously
combo, let
lovely.
me say, a lovely combo.
Fascinating, anyway.
As I said, I didn't like peated whiskey, doesn't mean I want to eat peat instead. Anyway, we're going to go outside now to somebody else who's doing something. Could be Katie, could be Dave, could be
it's
bloody
Katie, I'm hoping
Mary,
it's Katie, I'm
whatever.
hoping it's
It could be
Yeah, let's
anybody.
say Katie.
Could be anybody. But anyway, we're going to head out that way because that's outside. And we'll be back with you soon. Stay tuned. There you go.
There we go.
Easy one. He won't do that bit to camera like that. He
Why
thinks
not?
he says you're the personality. But
Listen.
he'll talk to the camera for 40 minutes before
But
it.
the monologue is yours.
It's full of shit.
Can't cure the human race, man.
Huh?
You can't cure the human race. and let it be what it is.
So we feed it to what they're doing. Look at that. Look, community bench there. It's probably left by someone who's passed away. They're putting flowers out. That's nice, isn't it? Should we have a look, see who it's for? I'll take my hat off out of respect. I think that's a nice thing to do, do you?
No.
That's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Diane Brown, bless her. Do you know Diane Brown?
I do not.
Massive influence at the golf club, the ladies captain for years. She used to own the Macquarie Hotel. Diane used to own the Macquarie. But yeah, oh, that's nice, isn't it? God bless her.
Well, that's lovely. That's a
Come
beautiful
sit
tribute.
And enjoy the view. Cheers, Dyke. Come on, mate, we'll crack on. That's lovely, bless her. Really nice.
Cameras facing different directions.
That's it. If we all kind of sit round in a circle, fire in the middle, and just have a camera in
Tripods,
3 different
GoPros.
places, and it'll be some editing
And
for
we
you.
could all be sat there going, whoever thought that the attic was going to get this big, you know?
Who would have thought we'd have
just
reached
all stuck.
89 fucking followers?
Yeah, 89.
2 more than
That's the
today.
landmark.
We've got 6 months to go, but we'll probably reach 2 more than
So
today.
right,
the 100.
Christine Douglas and you will subscribe now. That's,
There you go, that'll
broke
get us
90.
up there. Well, that's good because that they get into the draw then. They could win a dram of everything we've done on this show. Or the bottle.
You've been
that we've
promising
done.
big since day one.
I have, yeah. It's going to be 6 or
From
7
such
drams, that.
uninspiring beginnings, unpromising beginnings, has become, you know, the juggernaut that it is today.
The behemoth.
Juggernaut. Fucking Tonka toy.
Aye, but if you film up close, you know, it looks bigger than...
I think we've got the jams for all 9 already now, haven't we? What you got now?
So, aye,
Oh,
just
Jesus,
for... why the hell can't you show some... You absolute prick, in fact. I've taken care of you. Right, so... They didn't, the co-op, because they're always out of stuff, whatever you're looking for. They were out of what I was looking for, so
Bit
I got...
harsh.
We got this.
What the fuck has he got now?
Right.
Oily meat with a cast strength, but oily whiskey's fantastic.
And some smoky cheese as well, right? And some toothpicks. But, you prick, because I knew you would be put out by...
That's it,
not
I'll just
having a
have
bloody
this.
donut.
Have that.
Donut.
Great jobs are good.
And I got you a donut in case you felt left out. I didn't get a donut because I'm not a kid.
I brought mints, because mints work really well with Lagavulin.
There we go. Now we're all set up to have munchies and we can
I'm just
pair
good with
it.
a donut.
But you've got to say
The
thrilling.
mints are sweeties, they're okay.
Yeah, I like them as well.
You've
Are
got to
they
say
the crumbly
thrilling,
ones?
insightful.
Oh, they're
things.
right then.
You've done well. You've done right. Okay.
Hey!
But no, you've got to
Better
be
than
you've got to be
you.
insightful. You can't just be chucking
Shit in the
down
place. No,
throat.
you got to know what you're doing.
Oh, yes. Do you see the way that the dram's transitioning through whatever the drivel we're
It'd be
talking?
wonderful with an anchovy.
You've got smoked meats right there.
I have, I've got my donut, I'm good. Keep stuffing your meats up your house.
Brought a dram.
Ooh. I'm not quite ready.
Oh, hang up then.
I'm enjoying
make
this.
it
I am
sound
enjoying this. We didn't do any sort of
Do you,
fancy
do you
pants.
want some?
Yeah,
meat,
I think
dried
to break
meat or
open
cheese
some
or
dried
something?
meat. Acquire a toothpick for my own self.
The anti-pasto selection.
They didn't have what I was after. There's a better one.
What are we
than
after?
that. There's like a German. That was funny. Cheese and 2 different kinds of meat. We could have one each. It's
Right.
perfect. But
I
I was
usually
going
just go for the ham.
That's pretentious as fuck, that, isn't it?
What?
Pretentious as fuck, isn't it? Look at the thickness of that bacon, that shit.
Bacon.
What a waste of fucking money. I bet you paid £3.95 for that and all, didn't you? Look at him.
I don't know
Just
what I paid for.
use your hands.
Use your
for
fucking
goodness
fingers, Rodders. There's
sake,
no
man.
germs up here.
We'll be here all
It's a
day.
sterile environment.
You're going to
man.
swallow it with whiskey.
It doesn't come off
Jesus,
kind,
man.
does it?
Fucking hell, just have it all, Rodders. For
I'm
God's
trying to.
Use 2 hands, man.
That's a
Fucking
bloody.
hell.
That's hosting and. All right, sorry.
Look at
You're
that.
Tear off the
savage.
Go complete Viking, on you go.
Rodders the savage. Look at
Toothpick
him.
makes it elegant though.
Well,
Get
get
it on the
toothpick
toothpick.
ready.
There we go. Look, there we go. That's
Hey,
a nice.
Did you use a toothpick with that bloody donut?
I didn't.
You
I just
animal.
didn't-
What's
I
that?
inhaled
Absolute
it.
animal.
I just inhaled it.
What's that called? Aperitif? No.
Aperitif.
Amuse bouche.
Amuse-bouche.
A nice delicate amuse bouche right there.
What the fuck is that?
Who's that?
Showed a bit of
That's
class
hell of a-
there.
That's it. Nice close up for the vegetarians. Yeah, good one, Rodders.
Sorry, Katy Kosmos. Whatever the spirits are telling you is probably.
I'm still
True.
coughing up bits of donut.
Oh, Nice elegant.
How much would it rattle him if I just put the toothpick into that and pulled a piece of
Hopefully
arm out like that?
Yeah, but then you couldn't fill his fat face like he has, though, could
That's how you do it, really.
Because I tore it apart already. It wasn't behaving itself earlier.
Speak with your mouth out for
Who's the
mouthful.
host here?
Bloody hell.
Well, I thought you were having your 25.
Well, he's not ready
Yeah, I'm
for
going to have a
it.
spluke of this for a bit, yeah.
You try to
That should be in Brody.
have a spluke.
Oh, yeah, what does he call it?
Sploosh.
Is it a spluke?
A sploosh.
Yeah, but you see.
Sploosh.
All right, lads.
There's a glottal
Let's
stop
have a
there.
spluke of this.
Lovely, jubbly.
Tasty
Oh,
as
his
spluke,
impressions of me are brilliant. All right, governor.
yeah. You do Cockney Gaelic, for example. You know. Bit of chicken. I don't know. That'll do you all right.
Sugar, what is it?
Toy Chucker Doggers.
I don't know.
I think you're taking the piss already. No need for that.
No, there is no
Come
need.
on, we've done the 20 minutes of civil at the beginning of this. Now we can just be shits to each other.
I put a jumper on. I didn't know how hot it was up here, just in case.
Well, no, did I think it was going to be
Smoked meat
cooler
and
than
whiskey.
it is, but
But it is just whiskey by this point.
Yeah.
It's not going. Oh, the Lagavulin goes.
No, you
particularly
can still
well.
pick out the Lagavulin notes in that. That's not a problem.
see, I don't know what notes Lagavulin have got than anybody
Beef-
else. I
beef
just
flat.
get, for me, it's probably only in
It's
the jazz week.
overwhelmingly refill casks and bourbon.
It
They're
is.
really, really simple with their aging.
For these ones, yeah. I mean, it's sheer volume though. That's
What's the
thing.
product? What production do they do? How much? What's their volume?
I think it's
2.5.
2.5.
Oh, it's
Thereabouts.
not massively more than us,
No,
though,
but-
really, but
That's usually the fact that you know about each distillery.
The volume.
what are you laughing at? Look at me, he's an
But
arse.
you think about it though, Lagavulin's classed as an ultra premium spirit. Going out to almost 4 million viewers,
Almost.
right? Give or take, right? I could-
4.8, but yeah, we're
in,
going with
all, in all conscience, given that our boss is aware of this amazing
that.
production,
Catastrophe.
this train wreck,
Yeah, that's it.
and given
Thrilling train
given that this week I'm in enough shit at work, I thought I better not be seen wearing the Lagavulin shirt, so I plumped for the new warehouse style,
Aw.
available in the shop, reasonably priced.
I don't think that
Corporate
makes you look
whore.
plump at all. Just saying.
Oh,
What?
You're a gentle soul. That's
I
nice.
am, I'm
I
nice.
just called him a corporate whore, so you're being complimentary.
See, he's taking a quantum leap because earlier today he called me a fat bastard. Now he's saying it doesn't make you look plump. And you're calling me a corporate whore. That's fine.
Did I say that to you?
Yes, you did.
To your face? Because it's normally behind
I
your
know
back.
it's
I
normally
say that.
You thought I was still on a call, but I wasn't.
All right, okay.
Lockdown has not been kind.
It hasn't been kind to any of us, but you worked through it. You got no excuse. You weren't sat at home every day eating
No,
donuts.
I was sitting in the visitor centre with the spiders and the lizards going, what the fuck has my life turned into?
Did they answer?
No, I don't know
At
about
that
that.
point I knew we had to get more people back in.
Yeah. What do you reckon, Steve? Is that right? Yeah, Steve the lizard going on.
I introduced Peter to Bob this week.
Bob?
Bob is a pied wagtail that I got friends with over lockdown, and he even brought the missus along to introduce him as well.
Don't judge me.
It's
You
been
know,
a
this
long-
guy's he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Are you smoking that?
No, I'm just saying, you know,
Rolling it like it's a
Bob.
fag. Look at him.
Bob's a good guy.
He
He's
is.
got a taste of character.
Oh dear. Oh, you
Anyway,
came
fish
back
oil
to
covered
find
in
a
grease.
you came back to find an adder at work, didn't you?
That was mental though.
But
That
that's
was
someone's
that was a
boot,
bunch of
isn't it?
bikers, cyclists that came down the hill. And as they were, I promise you,
Yeah.
as they
No,
were
let's
striding.
be definitively clear. Bikers
Yeah, I know,
are
I know,
not
I know.
Cyclists.
Because those pricks keep leaning their bikes up
Abortions
against
and life.
your how many millions of pounds slates for
my
the
£2,000
schoolhouse.
bike, a £2 million building. Bugger off.
I said to Leah a week ago, there's that slate leaner. I said, God, Billy's going to go mad when he sees that. It's been there months.
there forever, yeah.
Oh, obviously didn't notice.
I did, and I know who knocked it off. the
Oh,
wall.
is that what it is? I thought it was an extra one.
No,
It's
some
missing.
idiot on a bike knocked it off the wall.
Scoundrels. Anyway,
No,
this
wanker.
idiot on a bike
Yeah.
came in, and as he was striding across the threshold, an adder dropped out of his shoe, which is demented. Because I've never seen an adder on Islay before, and that was the first time.
It fell out someone's shoes. He was walking.
I watched him as he crossed into
Was he
the
wearing like
shop.
Coco the Clown shoes?
No man, it was just trainers, and it came out of the top of his shoe. Like, how did you not know there was an adder in your shoe?
Probably thought it was a lace.
I mean, it was about that long, maybe a touch longer. That's it, because it's hard to tell coiled up, but that long.
That
Tiny
long
thing.
for the viewing public is about 12
foot.
inches.
Yeah.
In your dreams, Rodders.
It's really about 4, but you
Fuck, man. The general public's concept of an inch is very, very flexible. Day by day, hour by hour.
It was fucking
an
huge.
Inch, an inch. Get an inch. No, that's 3 feet. An inch.
Oh,
an
the
inch.
monitor, no.
Never mind. But
David with his third eye. Let's get your head close to that third eye.
I know, God. Jesus.
close
It's
enough.
when you get someone comes in of the female persuasion,
Oh.
and you go, put your forehead about an inch away from the monitor, and they go about that far away from it. You go,
Your
typical
husband's
female
lying
inch.
to you, let me tell you.
Yeah, you've been told some lies in your time. That's exactly it. Oh, that's such a shame. Blowing people, like, a temperature check is what destroyed their whole... Oh, no, I've had 3-footers my whole life.
We're back to the dwarfs again, aren't we?
I'm saying
I'm
that.
sorry, vertically challenged.
But it's funny when you get people, yeah, I might have to just lower it for you, darling. Put it back up again, because they're so tiny.
I'll leave it low. You know,
You get the ones with
big
the
people-
biggest, thickest fringe you've ever seen in your life and wonder why they're not getting a temperature reading through it.
I think we should leave the monitor high.
Leah had really...
Because then the big people and the normal people can just lean forward to it. The little people have got to jump, and that's more fun.
Headbutt.
So we should get a trampoline. We should get a trampoline at Bunnahabhain.
One of these wee yoga things that you bounce on.
Because it's quick. Dude. Oh,
Missed it, damn, go again.
44.2.
42 miles an hour, you're booked.
Just going back to insulting little people, and I find that offensive.
No, but you've got to remember, 90% is bollocks.
What?
Everything we say,
Oh yeah, I know.
90% is bollocks.
Yeah, but it was quite believable on the episode.
Apart for
put
you,
out.
you're at 85.
I am a boomer.
I talk
Have
nothing
you seen
but
Ben's
shit.
bottle opener?
Yes.
Let's get that up to
I watched the
camera.
episode.
Aye, but look
That's
at that
what it
thing.
is,
In
that.
person, you
That's
get to
it.
experience this thing.
That's a dangerous weapon.
And he made that. I think he took about 20 minutes to make that from a lump of iron.
Yeah, it was
Like a really quick. He's quick on it by now. Because he was saying, "Oh, I'll make you 20 of them just for giving out to people and stuff,"
Oh, cheers.
which he never did.
You can have that. It's got
okay.
Colin
Because
on
it's
it.
got
But you
He
can
said
have
Colin
it.
on it. I could cut that bit off, that's fine.
Man's got
There's
skills.
no way to it, isn't it?
Aye, absolutely. Just fucking hook it under.
Fucking weapon.
Aye. The only trouble is the beer I buy is screwed top, but that's alright. I'm ready for a mint.
Yes.
Right, here.
We open these.
Aye, go for the mint. Right, this was,
Mary mint.
it's a 25-year-old Lagavulin. It was bottled to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the distillery.
Around the same time you were there.
This one was when I was here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. And on the bottle,
That
it's got
was
the, in gold letter, it's got the names of all the distillery managers
Oh, right.
on the bottle.
Right.
Right. So, nice dram. It's sitting at 51.7%. And to me, this is the biggest sherry bomb I've tasted. Other than one. This is one of the biggest sherry bombs I've tasted from Lagavulin.
Just a
Which is not
sweet
their
sploot
style
for me,
at all.
mate.
It's not mega peaty.
It's 25, so it should be.
I do.
It's milder, it's softer, but it just is not, to me,
Colour's
it
amazing.
says Lagavulin.
Thank you very much.
Look at that. It says Lagavulin all
We're
day
not
long.
doing really. I can smell that.
What?
I smelled it from this distance. I was like, what are we
We got
calling
'em.
that?
This guy got a shit nose.
I from like a foot away. I smelled that.
Oh, there you go. Look back to 12 inches. Fucking nose that
I
big.
know,
mate.
I know, I was-
Nose that big. That's
Woman's
three
measure.
to anyone
I
else.
wasn't one to break anyone's dreams out there, you know. It's just a,
But no, this is a £1,000 bottle, boys.
£1,000 bottle.
don't put a number on it.
But you know what? Whiskey's for drinking with mates. So fuck it. Cheers.
There we go.
I was going to have a mint then, but I just held off long enough to try this first.
Halfway through.
I put it
take
there
the
and I
mint.
thought, no, I'm not going to have
Halfway
a mint.
through
I
it,
want to
take
try
the mint.
this.
This £1,000 dram goes nice with Murray mints.
No, they're mint crumbles.
Crumbles, mate. These are the
Mint
co-op's finest.
Jeez. Yeah, quality.
What a nose on
You
this.
don't get the smoke in the nose. You don't get the peat in the
No,
nose.
it's
It's just the
lovely,
sherry.
So how many managers' names are on the bottle? Is there many on there? How many?
There's a few here, can't there?
They've had millions. I tried to
They've
look
had
at. I
millions. There's
usually
only
try to look
22.
at master blenders
21,
and
22. Something like
millions in the terms of like our viewership millions. Like,
Yeah,
and,
aye,
and
millions.
Gentleman's inches millions.
Aye.
The same kind of
Oh, there was
principle. And
that. Millions of managers.
millions of
Oh, I
managers.
can't bother counting all them.
Oh, for
Just
fuck's sake.
I couldn't find
1,
any
2,
characters
3,
amongst the
4,
the
5,
managers.
6, 7, 8,
There you go, viewers. I know I could get him to hide behind a bottle in the end. Hide that face away from the cap.
About 21 on there, roughly.
Roughly.
Yeah.
Surprised me a lot, that did.
The peat head comes to the fore.
Yeah, but the peat's
muted.
really gentle down.
It is.
Yes, I liked it. I said it's better than before.
That's a spider.
There he is. He's back. Back in the room.
It's not a bad dram though.
No, it's lovely.
Let's be honest.
The nose is incredible.
It is, isn't it? Almost as close as a sherry bomb that I've tried from Lagavulin.
See
The old age creeping through the walls.
Yeah. 1888 acoustics just ain't what they are
No,
today.
no. Hear all the wrong things.
Oh, that was the St James laugh coming out there. So.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Gotta leave all that Cockney action to Colin, man. You can't be joining in.
Not Cockney, I'm a Reading boy, I'm not a London
Fuck
boy.
off, there's no difference.
It's just a yuppie then, isn't he? I want to be yuppie.
To all our Reading viewers, the 4.8 million, or sorry, 4.7 million members of my family that follow. Yeah, it's not Cockney, and you know that. It's just Rodders. Berkshire accent.
There we are, Berkshire.
Anything south of Yorkshire.
I was just some blokes in this afternoon. I said, "Oh, where are you guys from?" He said, "Oh, Reading." I said, "Oh, you're having a laugh." He said, "No." He said, "Where are you from?"
I'm not Cockney. You're having a laugh, aren't you?
You're having a
I'm
laugh.
not fucking Cockney. You're having a laugh, aren't you?
You did have
Fuck's sake.
fun.
No, not larf. It's L-A-R-F. Larf.
Larf.
Laughing.
Larf.
Laughing. L-A-R-F.
Did you know them?
No, they're Reading University people. So
No,
they're
no.
from all
Oh,
over
digging
the
up
world.
Dunevaig.
Digging up.
Yeah,
Isla.
apparently, yeah.
You know, to get out of
Keep
the
you here.
disco.
It's a joke, Rodney.
No, but I don't understand it. I know.
I know it's got humour involved.
I'm a
God,
bit
see,
robotic.
I disagree with many of the things you say at work, but see, sometimes it's a very
That
small.
scares you, though.
It does, yeah, that does.
You
But a
agree
very-
with me?
A very small proportion of times, I do agree with you, and sometimes he can be a boring bastard.
Oh,
Not can be, it's actually the word you're
No,
looking
no,
for. is-
come on, that's a
is-
small
now.
proportion.
don't want to be unkind, but you are boring. That move kills me every time. Where's that bicarbonate?
What'd you have for
soda
lunch
that
today?
makes me sad?
Made
Do
it
you want to
too.
be I'll be
What?
a partisan shit on this one, because no, I have to say before we lose all.
You wonder why the
Tangent,
you wonder why the
tangent.
editing takes so long.
There's a lot of that goes into it. There's been midget action so far. I think that's the only red flag so far to get rid of. No, I was being partisan. I'm saying I've come across some older, like 25-year-old like Lefroy, for example, and it just didn't have. If I was looking for Lagavulin, this is not what would do the trick for me. But as a beautiful, this is a lovely whiskey.
But it's not
own right.
what you imagine
Don't think
Lagavulin to be.
Lagavulin, but for its own self, lovely.
See, for me, this is the 16 left to go. It's not a special dram, it's not a special finish, it's not anything. This is quintessential Lagavulin, but much older.
But it's really sherried.
Coloured? Chill
So
filtered?
it's a 16.
Is it?
16's
I don't know the 16. I was going to say
What?
the 12 is
16's bourbon and
Lagavulin.
sherry cask.
12
The
Lagavulin.
distiller's edition's finished in PX cask.
Everybody knows it's 16.
I don't know the 16. The 12 is what's Lagavulin to me. Now this is where your memories, your associations get set, and everything else is competing with that. So the most beautiful, just sort of So it's just me just landing back on the island, and a couple of drams. One with my brother earlier, we just sank. So, it was the Lagavulin 12 that was just. That's everything you want in a
But
dram.
that changes every year. That's the cash
Well,
strength.
whatever we
It's
were trying,
variant every
but
year.
it has to be the cast strength, and it was.
See the cash strength with the salt. Oh, fuck, it blows your mind.
What would be
No,
more
it
intense?
does.
No,
Yeah,
sod off,
the
that's
12
that's
12's
difference.
already intense.
That's just
See when you
curiosity.
ramp it up into overtime. Oh, it's mental.
What are you on about?
Oh, fuck it,
Is
here,
that
man.
his- he got
Keep
bomb-
that for the test, right? Okay, you've got to even bought you the bloody
I was
salt.
gonna say, that's his problem, is splashing out on a bag of
I've
salt.
got Billy's dodgy bag of
White
powder.
crystals in
Don't
your
worry,
arm.
it's just salt.
No track marks, just the crystals.
yeah. No, I'm not trying to assess this on
I
dram by
got-
dram. I'm
I-
talking about a locked-in emotional
It-
experience, like a human being. You pricks. Saying, here you go. All the associations are true. Just
Says the robot.
Exactly. I've got this 1% little blip, little pilot light going on in me. Whereas I was with my brother, we're sharing a dram, and this is just perfection. and everything else has that to beat.
Your
On
pricks.
on the same line, but a different tangent, the Lagavulin Distillery edition. Right? It's the same as the 16, but finished.
Snuck that in his pocket.
Yeah, I know, you
like
saw
he's
that,
done
yeah,
that
no,
before,
he's
hasn't
keep that, it's in. There's 6 or 7 in there, you'll never find the salt.
All right,
All right, mate, fuck up.
I'm not Cockney. I'm not fucking Cockney.
Oh, it was
Shut your fucking face. I'm not fucking Cockney.
Call me Danny.
Do you know, we had a couple in today in the shop. And the bloke
mate,
turned around and
no,
said,
no,
"Have you got one of them coats that you open up and you got all watches hanging in it?"
No, it's car keys for the cars I'm
Dad's
flogging.
army there.
Nylons on this side, car keys on that side.
What did I say?
Oh, there we go.
Got some nice nylons, lad.
Another one. Different one.
I'm enjoying this. This is beautiful. Sorry, never
And
mind
if it's
any
just
of
a
that.
glorified way of hiding your sugar fix, then okay.
Never mind any.
Was
I'm
I
seeing-
like
I'm seeing
yesterday?
that. Get that bag of mystery drams out for Billy. You see,
Which
just
one?
how gorgeous this thing is.
What, the unpeated
Want
one?
one of these?
The unpeated one. Just to see, salivate. I'm pretty much done with this one.
Oh, right.
But thank you for that. That was gorgeous. That's,
Oh man,
yeah.
I recognise some of those bottles.
The
Well,
bottles
they're all
recognise, but
going to have bottles mostly. But
well,
they've
we've
been
got loads like
transferred
these
over.
ones and
Aye.
stuff, but
That's a Bowmore.
like I say, when we do a tasting at home, we just bring.
Wash
Like,
your head.
everyone gives me their bottle, and everyone gives me the bottle.
Johnny's giving me some stuff. There's all sorts of mad stuff going on in it.
There still is a lot of whiskey snobbery about in terms of, oh, don't add water, oh, it's got to be cask strength, oh, you can't. Bugger that. If you like it, drink it. That's what it's
Oh,
about.
that's your woman. That I'm calling her your one. The Maureen Robinson. She's had nice. She's all about Coke and ice for her whiskey. That'll get edited.
Please.
If
fuck.
you just saw an interruption, never mind.
When that green
Nothing
cloud passes over us, that was yeah, aye. When we
That was particularly good.
fucking hell, man. But we went to DSWA in the Royal Mile in Edinburgh. What are we talking about?
Managers,
What did you say that?
did
what we
that
somebody
totally
talking?
explode your line of thought?
It just fucking ruined it. It killed it.
How did you get them physics on that seat of that chair? What have you been up to, man? What have you been eating?
You're welcome.
It's a continuity thing.
So, Billy,
Right,
what's the
downstairs.
score with whatever you're
Yeah.
thinking about?
As I was saying, when we went to Edinburgh,
Probably one of the most impressive things was that vanilla sugar. That was
I'll leave the bottle with you.
that really
I'll tell you
made an
what.
impression.
The bit that's disappointed me most is you bought 2 single donuts instead of a pack of 4.
Oh, you prick! I got you an individual, your own donut,
One
just so you
donut.
wouldn't be sad. And it was a full price. I peeled the
got-
orange
you got mine
label
too.
off and said, just so, and I got another one for Billy just in case. Like, oh, how's he got a donut? No, I got a donut. So you got a donut and he ate it, and you ate the other one. Well, I'm
Who
only
stops
saying-
at 2 donuts?
You got a packet of mints as well.
I'm demolishing
have
them,
them.
by the way, sorry.
Did you leave
packet.
2, 1 for us each?
Maybe. Can't guarantee it, but
I think my emergency polo mints are nearly finished. When they were fucked in the
Oh,
last
no,
one.
start. I've got some bicarbonate of soda here.
what do you bring that for? You
Because
doing
you're
your
You get
heartburn?
heartburn when
Your
you,
laundry or
even though you're a peathead, you get heartburn.
Sort your heartburn. Yeah.
I'm probably the furthest ever from a peathead in my life.
See, I must have been on Wednesday night, the look on the 2 of your faces. On those last 2
Bastard.
drams, you were a fucking deer in the
I
head.
didn't realise you were so willing to sacrifice a whole night just for our suffering.
I was so willing to sacrifice that whole tasting just to see the 2 of you shit yourselves for 10 seconds.
I've never heard of this shit. Experience
I'll
of
tell
the-
you what.
Context, we had a whiskey tasting 2 nights ago and we ended up with 4 peated drams and they didn't know it and it was just a spur of the moment sort of thing. We got to dram number 5 and I signalled over to Rodney here saying, you're introducing this one. And it was like that, the whole rabbit in the headlights thing. I said, what the fuck is this? How am I going to... And it was about 30 seconds before we started on it. And he was pissing himself laughing. And we got to the last dram and I went, right, you're up. I'll hand you over to Colin. And Colin's just like going, this is a great dram.
Oh, stunning.
Stunning, mate.
Absolutely
on
brilliant.
that. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. And I introduced him as the Pete head of the group.
The person that Pete kills.
And just roll with it.
2 sips and he's got heartburn for 7 hours. Oh, that was worth it, I must
whole
admit.
industry-
Our
Industry's all lies.
5.6
It's all
million viewers will know what I'm like when it comes
Yeah.
to Pete.
That look in each of your faces.
You enjoyed that? You
You,
sadistic
I
bastard.
fucking did, right? I'm in enough shit this week. But let's move on. Right. But no,
we don't.
it's
we
about,
don't.
Right? Yeah, you have to be confident.
You're only on this planet one go.
And you make the most of it, right? So he's got a game plan, and he's making that move to make that work.
What was he like on his other? What were you like on your other planet, Rodders, before you came here?
That's a different world. Col. It's a different.
Oh, obviously would be. It's a planet, isn't it? So.
Well, you know.
What are those moons of Jupiter again? Never mind,
Well,
doesn't matter.
Okay, but when I was over recently, my son Douglas is a total plug. My son Douglas, quality chef at Cadball House, Glenmorangie House. He's kicking it for a 21-year-old. He's 10 years ahead of his life, kicking it as a major chef there. At the end of the production process in Morangie, a whole new distillery. Which
You can't have the whole fucking packet of crumble to yourself.
you can,
So stellar chef
my boy. That's it, plug
Aye.
over. But we went to Morangie.
Douglas Sinclair,
He's the
Glenmorangie.
dude. The other boy, Ewan, Combat Medtech.
I don't know
Commander
you,
Squad.
man, Douglas, but I know
Sweet.
Ewan's quality.
Ewan's a Combat Medtech in Devon.
Although he was a
Go on.
little bit full of population.
We're moving on.
Population triage is.
Yeah, he's still involved in lots of triage. But solid dude. Anyway,
We could
went
spare
to,
this village.
but let's wipe out that one, okay? Because I want to blow shit up. I'm in the army. Yeah. I'm also
So
a
look for
medic, so
fucking
anyone
Ewan.
that survives, I'll sort you out.
Somebody's got to make the hard decision, Ewan. Fucking salute to you, man. Good.
I just say bomb the fucking lot.
See, this is the other.
Yeah, it works.
The spectrum is there. Anyway, this is getting cut. If this goes out on air, I will sue these two fuckers
No.
beyond.
You signed the disclaimer.
I will take his fucking dog and his boat.
I promise you, though, what
Take the other
will
dog,
go
for
out is
God's
No,
is
I'll take
not-
your dog.
The content won't go out, but the little bit where you threaten us will go out.
Yeah, right. That's fine. I can live with that. If this airs, you two are fucked.
But you don't play badminton.
I do. I'm
Oh.
just not very fucking.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I used to be good, but I'm not
You
anymore.
imagine if you were good at badminton.
Well, I used to play with the under 16, 17, 18, and 19
He was 45.
Scottish
but,
champion when I was at school.
Oh, all right.
And would regularly, it was 50-50 between us who won each week, right? My mate Stephen Hardy at the time, if you're there, Stephen, cool man.
and more for you for tuning in.
But years have gone by, the pounds have piled on, and I'm not as fast anymore.
It's furlough, though. It's furlough that did it.
Furlough's a fucker,
Yeah.
right? It killed.
Talking to toads
But,
or lizards
yeah.
and shit.
The toads were
Bob-
good.
I
Bob's
think, yeah.
a solid dude. Don't fuck Bob.
Bob the lizard man.
I'll
man.
tell
No,
you
Bob
what.
was the pied wagtail. Fucking hell, Rodney.
I don't know about talk to him. I think he's freaking eating a few. Gotta put in
Bullshit
bullshit
bingo.
bingo. You got to get the words in.
Don't start with bullshit bingo.
That's
You
cracking,
bunch
isn't
of bastards.
Don't be
Don't,
like that
don't
because
you play the victim.
all due respect, you fucking got 3 classics all in a row. You did it perfectly. You blew everyone else out the water, so you fucking won that.
It's the fact that you excluded me from it.
Nah,
yeah,
come on now.
That hurt. No, that hurt. That hurt.
To be
Hurt-
fair,
hurt
you
or
look
no
like
hurt?
you were
Who gives a
worrying
fuck
about
about-
the fact that we got to do this.
I was worried.
Like,
No, I was worried about the fact that the three of you were shit faced before we even started.
Accept the truth. If we
the truth.
told-
That was the fucking truth.
If we told you we were being a bunch of dicks, you would have gone, oh no.
No, I
no,
know
no,
you're
no,
a bunch
no.
of dicks.
Yeah.
I knew
So
that.
if you knew that was a foot, you would have fretted. But
You would have
after the
fretted.
fact, oh, you bunch of cunts, you didn't let me in, and then you did the same game 3 times on the trot. We only had 1 game, and you did daffodils and fucking avocados.
Fresh
and
avocado.
fresh avocados. What's the other one? What's the other one that's in there?
Curly Wurly.
Yeah, the curly whirly. You got the whole lot. You did the triple hit right there.
You know what got me about that whole thing? Apart from the fact you didn't fucking trust me enough to let me in on
It's the
it.
truth.
It's not
though,
that
and
we
was
were
right.
worried you'd stop us,
That
and
was
we were going to
correct.
do it anyway.
You'd have fretted.
Come on.
It's the truth. You'd
Come
have fretted.
on.
You would have been stressed. You didn't
Yeah,
need-
but I would
you
have
di-
joined in.
You didn't need any more stress that day.
It was face.
That's the truth.
Okay,
You did
whatever.
not need any
You know
more
the
stress.
fact that what got me about it? Nothing. I loved it.
Yeah, just rolling with it.
Yeah.
I tell you what,
How-
Brody's, I didn't
however-
even notice it. Didn't even notice Brody
Yeah,
drop his one in. Didn't even notice.
Where are we going? Oi, did you nick these containers from work, you thieving shite?
That's the ones I bought.
Fuck off. Cheeky bastard.
Holy shit, man! I hope I've recorded some of that.
Oh, not again.
Seriously.
You shut
How
your
many
face.
times
You
have we
are
had
taking
this?
Ross
the
bringing
piss.
another.
You are taking the piss there.
Does anybody
Here's
care?
the science. You go fuck yourself. And then past that, here's if you've spent 40 odd years, you get to have a suss of something that science may now or later explain, but it doesn't. It's not easily accessible. But your experience is the truth.
Right, okay, think about it in Islay terms.
Okay.
Right? There are two roads between Beaumore, Port Ellen.
High road and low road.
High road, low road.
Yes,
There's here, there's one over there. Right, okay. There's two roads, right? They both start at the same point, end at the same point, essentially, give or take, right? They both go from that end to that end.
Okay.
But they're both different,
Everything's different.
okay? From a scientist,
.com.
from my perspective,
Mm.
given my background, 50% of it, okay, makes sense. 50% of it does my fucking nut in.
Oh,
But
since you said
you have sorry, I'm a little to swear. 50% of it makes sense. 50% of it I have potentially have issues with.
Issues.
And being a scientist, the other 10%.
Does my fucking nut in equals I have issues.
Yeah, that's the conversion factor in terms of
Email
real
language.
terms and email language, right? So there's a balance to be struck between what actually happens and what you tell people happens. I'm fucking knackered this week.
Knackered. That's acceptable. Do you want the drink?
No, still nursing this one.
Why?
Because you're still nursing the same one.
You're
I'm
wearing
empty-
more
I'm
of
emptied,
yours,
I'm
what?
ha-
Show the
fine.
glass.
Wearing
Show
it.
the glass. Apart from the fact that you spilled half of it all over yourself, you drunk slot.
Is that a Tesco's uniform shirt you're wearing? Rodders? Is that a Tesco shirt you're wearing?
This is some real action.
Where are we going next?
Some more Lagavulin.
We've got other stuff here.
I recommend some of that Lagavulin 12.
You want some more of 25?
Do you have some 12?
12?
That's the one in your
The
taster
cash
box.
Yeah,
isn't
I've
it?
got one for you.
You want the booklet?
No, fuck that. And then,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's the action.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you want that one or not?
Listen,
It's a yes or no.
What is it?
The yes comes with shut the fuck up
the
and
yes,
then just
the
enjoy
yes
it.
is
The
a
no
tiny,
is
the yes is a tiny splash. The yes is a tiny
no. The
splash.
yes is the bottle.
The yes is a tiny splash. Fuck off. The yes is a tiny splash.
Do you want some or not?
a tiny splash? I would very much welcome a tiny splash. No, you evil bastard. That's wrong, man.
Enjoy, mate.
I
No,
thought what's
so-
wrong
sorry.
with the chances
No,
are that's going to
fuck
be all
off.
over
No.
his jeans.
Seriously, fuck off. Whiskey is, to my mind, not a fucking ornament. It's not an investment. It's for drinking with mates.
What is that one?
Lagavulin 12, cash
12.
This is the action right here.
So,
Yeah, that's the real deal. Oh man, that's there. It's,
He's
it's
having a
there. The
moment.
difference is
give
there.
us the right hand.
I've got
The
meat.
one holding the meat.
I don't want to say I've got meat in my
Paraphrasing.
hand.
you know.
What, more salt?
Go for it. Trust me. Put the salt. 30
Can
seconds.
I have a fair bit of this before
half of it, right?
before
Then
I
the
trust
second
salt?
half, go with the salt and trust me.
Tommy's drunk half, but the rest would be on his jeans anyway. Huh?
Because
It's not a wank, is it?
no old timey 1950s.
No,
fucking
this
tongue
was
map.
this was 2 years old reference, Rodney. I'm up to speed. I know my shit. Don't fuck about. You want to go for it? Fucking come ahead. This is this is
I
the
know, I know.
it's a
I know.
scientific Ouija. You have something to dram. Drink the salt. Come on, get the salt in there. Go for it.
I just did.
And
So, you know.
I've spent time in the forest plateaus doing Crypterium mepronoides research.
Mepronoides?
Yeah.
What does that mean even?
It's a
Even.
it's a fir tree that grows only in Yunnan.
Fucking mepernoides.
Number 4's fucking guinea pig.
Oh.
Yeah, you can just
You ever
watch
tried
it.
Szechuan guinea pig? It's fucking good, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Just close that.
Oh, no.
Just let it go. Just let it happen.
Warming. That's the best description you got for that.
The cellar.
Shots.
That's despicable. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, I'm not ashamed of that. That's good shit.
That's some good shit,
I'm
man.
going to keep the last bit of this for the filling up our drams. What's left of it? Your pair of fucking winos.
I guess that's us finished. Then.
No, we've got other stuff. You can have other stuff. We've got...
That's fuck all
There's
that.
nothing left for it.
What's that? Did you get anything from there?
Pete.
Slammy.
It's Lapsang shoe shop.
Yes,
Well,
slammy.
you're not seriously
I
going to
fucking
drink that.
hate
You're
that.
gonna
That's
chunk.
minging.
He will chunk if he drinks
Swirl
it.
it around.
I'll drink it.
Mix the flavours.
Don't you worry about it. I'll
Serve it
drink.
out through your teeth and drink
Do
it.
you know that smells like pipe tobacco?
Yeah, shit, I hate Lapsang shoe shop.
Pipe tobacco or used saddle leather.
I nearly did it again the other day, didn't I? On that tasting, you know, when you're doing that when you got us to do them 2 beating ones at the end. I was going to say it's like that old leather sofa that's been shagged on, sat on, and
Sagged on and shat on. Yeah.
shat on and shagged on.
You'll let
So
that one
close.
go. That was
Will you
beautiful.
stop doing that?
I keep
We
headbutting the
won't have a
bloody
backdrop
wall.
for much longer.
Oh fuck.
Don't fucking drink
Fuck
it. You'll be
off.
sick as fuck.
You've eaten worse.
Fucking repugnant.
You're sitting there going, no, blood, he's pissed. That's fine.
You'll be puking tonight, you boy.
Fucking
What's fuck all wrong with that?
that's salt.
Give it here, put it over the table. Fucking look at that. Look at it.
Is this how it normally goes?
Right, I'm going to wrap this up on the camera, Rodders.
Oh, you gotta be professional.
Yeah, we can carry on talking afterwards. But
Yeah, let's do it.
okay, ladies and gents,
we made it to the end.
Dram.
Rodders is very drunk. Billy's very drunk. I'm sober because I'm a good boy.
You can be.
Rodders has got a ton of editing to do to get this out as an episode. So good luck with that, Rodders. Billy, thanks for coming in. Thanks for bringing your drams.
Much thanks.
Absolutely.
Massive
Same
thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We won't.
Thank you for being part of this silly horse shit.
Look, guys, there's 2 different facets to everything. You know that. There's what you do at work, and there's what you do with mates.
Absolutely.
And that's you just chill out, have fun, and talk shite for a wee while.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Thank
anyway,
you
at the
for
end of
being
this,
part
I
of
don't know what we'll have playing us out at the end. There's bound to be something. So just hang slack. Rodders will get something out soon, and stay tuned. Look out for the Blathers. Thanks for coming, guys, and we'll speak to you soon. Ciao,
Cheers, guys.
muchachos.
Thanks for the invite. Good fun.
Grand.
Perfect.
Grand.
Hi, I'm Holly Horoscope, and I'm going to sing you a song I wrote about horoscopes. So, I hope you enjoy it. Twinkle, twinkle, little